We're still at the Scottish OT Cyber Summit in Aberdeen, and I'm here just now with Chris Fowler. Chris is the account executive with Mattermost, as you can see behind us. Chris, thanks very much for doing the interview. But one of the first questions I have would be, how is Mattermost actually helping OT organisations with their cyber resilience?
Yeah, that's a great question, Irene. There's been a lot of talk today about the minimum viable company and how do organisations cope when they're experiencing a cyber incident. One of the key challenges that we address today is that ability to enable the teams to keep communicating when their primary infrastructure goes down. So if you're in the midst of a cyber breach and you can't communicate with your senior stakeholders and the people responsible for coordinating the remediation of a cyber attack, then it's so much harder. So we provide that ability to stay connected and communicate securely in the midst of a cyber incident.
Fantastic. And if you could give one practical piece of advice that organisations could implement to increase their OT cyber resilience, what would that action be?
I think it really is about planning. Again, it's preparedness, it's making sure that not only have you thought about your sort of backup plans and your infrastructure, you've actually got something in place and your teams know how to use it in the event of a cyber breach. So we hear lots of talk about running cyber exercises, just making sure that all of your team know exactly what they need to do in the event of a cyber incident.
It is about preparedness or preparedness, isn't it? That makes such a big difference.
I think it absolutely is, again, and it goes beyond those paper-based exercises to real-life simulations where your teams are actually jumping on the tools that they would be using in the event of a cyber incident.
Thanks, Chris. And just lastly, obviously the room behind us with the noise as well is an extremely busy conference. Why do you think the Scottish OT Cyber Summit is such an important event for this type of community?
It's just a really, really positive vibe and a real energy here today. I love the personal nature of the event. So we have senior decision makers in the room that are taking time to come by and talk to Mattermost to understand exactly how we could potentially help their businesses. So yeah, it's a really, really great event.
That's great. Chris, thank you very much, and thanks to Mattermost as well for being part of this conference. Thank you.
You're welcome, Irene. Thank you.